The deep forests of Borno State have once again witnessed a massive and highly coordinated display of military power, sending a very clear message to criminal elements that the Nigerian airspace is completely closed to their operations. Just when these armed insurgents thought they could launch a surprise attack and quietly slip back into the dark shadows of the forest, the air component of Operation Hadin Kai unleashed a devastating rain of precision airstrikes that has completely changed the story. This is a massive security update coming straight from the northeastern part of our country, specifically focusing on the volatile Ngoshe and Gwoza axis. According to verified military intelligence reports gathered from the front line, the entire incident began to unfold on the evening of March 3, 2026. At exactly 7:30 in the night, a heavily armed group of terrorists aggressively stormed the community of Ngoshe, which is located just about 12 kilometers from Pulka and 31 kilometers from the major Gwoza town. These attackers came with a very desperate mission to completely overrun the military artillery positions stationed in that area and cause maximum destruction to the community. However, our brave ground troops were on high alert. When the heavy exchange of gunfire started, the soldiers mounted a very effective and fierce defense. But seeing the sheer number of the attackers and the heavy fire coming their way, the military commanders on the ground made a very smart and highly tactical decision. Instead of risking the lives of their men and losing valuable military equipment in the confusion of the night, they executed a tactical withdrawal. This means they briefly stepped back to secure their assets while urgently calling for heavy reinforcements. The attackers, thinking they had gained the upper hand, tried to use their usual hit and withdraw tactics. They quickly tried to retreat and escape into the thick nearby forests before the full military backup could arrive to secure the area. What these fleeing insurgents did not know was that the Nigerian military had completely anticipated their escape plan, and the eyes in the sky were already watching their every single move. If you truly appreciate a news channel that brings you these verified frontline security updates with absolute clarity and zero fake news, please take just one quick second right now to hit that like button. Liking the video is the absolute best way to ensure this crucial national victory reaches the screens of millions of other patriotic citizens who deeply need to hear some good news about our brave soldiers. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and quickly turn on your notification bell. By joining our growing family, you ensure that you never miss out when we drop our next comprehensive report on how the military is securing our communities. We rely entirely on your amazing support to keep bringing these vital updates directly to your screen every single day. So please do not forget to subscribe before we continue. As the attackers desperately tried to run away through the dark Ngoshe-Pulka corridor, the military rapidly deployed additional ground forces while advanced surveillance aircraft were immediately scrambled into the night sky. These high-tech surveillance assets silently tracked the fleeing terrorists, closely monitoring their designated withdrawal paths. The real-time intelligence coming from the ground and the sky perfectly mapped out exactly where these insurgents were hiding. The surveillance footage clearly located the terrorists moving frantically in two distinct large clusters. Once their exact coordinates were locked in, the Nigerian Air Force fighter jets swooped in to deliver absolute justice. Precision airstrikes were aggressively carried out directly on the confirmed targets and their movement trails. The result of this perfectly timed air-to-ground coordination was absolutely massive. Subsequent battle damage assessments heavily confirmed that over 50 of these dangerous terrorists were completely neutralized across those two strike engagements. This highly effective integration between the ground troops and the Air Force entirely prevented the insurgents from escaping back into the cross-border forest zones, decisively destroying their logistics, their mobility, and their ability to regroup for another attack. The military authorities have proudly stated that Operation Hadin Kai will continue to maintain this relentless offensive pressure. They are sending a very bold and undeniable warning to all criminal groups operating in the region. any attempt to assault Nigerian military positions or civilian communities will instantly trigger an overwhelming and highly coordinated retaliation from both the land and the air. Clearance and area domination operations are currently ongoing in the region to ensure that no remaining elements can ever regroup to threaten the peace again. Officials have completely reaffirmed their total commitment to safeguarding civilian lives in Gwoza and all the neighboring communities. This massive victory is highly crucial because it directly supports the ongoing resettlement initiatives, allowing displaced families to finally return to their ancestral homes and rebuild their lives without the constant fear of midnight attacks. This entire situation brings up a very important conversation about the future of our national security strategy in these highly challenging terrains. The Ngoshe and Gwoza axis has long been a volatile hotspot because the insurgents constantly exploit the difficult mountainous terrain and the thick forests to hide. Knowing how effective these recent airstrikes were, do you think the federal government should invest even more money into acquiring advanced surveillance drones and fighter jets to permanently police these forests from the sky? Or should the focus remain on deploying thousands of more ground troops to physically occupy every single inch of the border? Furthermore, how do we ensure that the local vigilantes and community leaders are better integrated into this intelligence gathering process so that the military is always one step ahead of these surprise attacks? Please take a moment to drop your honest, highly detailed thoughts in the comments section below, because your unique perspective is a highly vital part of this crucial national conversation.